Welcome back to Debut. And Tony, what do we have going on here?
We have a couple instruments that aren't ordinarily paired together and played by one person. This is Balaphone, West African xylophone. It's a very interesting instrument in that the way it's tuned it's often referred to as an endocrine tuner. These notes are very specifically tuned, and you can see it's an organic instrument, wooden keys, gourd amplifiers, very special sound. This is a djun-djun or bass drum. This is a djembe drum that people would usually wear. You can often hear djun-djun and djembe played together, but in this context I'm using them slightly different way. And over here is my sonor piccolo snare drum, which belongs in this context because when I get over here to play, I want it to sound like a drum set. And then, of course, being a drum set player, I got to have my sort of hi-hat somewhere. So when I move my wrist here, I'm going to create this sound much like a rattle or hi-hat. And then just to complete the mayhem, I've got something on my foot. It's an ankle rattle, and that gives various sounds like a shaker or even a snare drum itself. And so what I've done over the years is develop a repertoire of songs of my own creation for this instrument, and I started to orchestrate other things with it that I could play simultaneously, and it just got completely out of hand and has turned into this. Well,
because I from talking to you earlier in the show, before the show actually, you'd have normally 3 or 4 people playing these instruments, correct? And you've now combined them all and you're doing it all?
Yeah, much like the drum set player, in what you and I call a contemporary drum set. If you go back to the beginnings of drum set, people started to put several drums together, cymbals, different sounds, and this was a big innovation. Well, I guess it wasn't really, this isn't really that surprising that a drummer would once again create another kind of chemistry, all using the same kinds of skills but in a whole different way.
Okay. Wow. If you just joined us, by the way, this is not National Geographic, it's Debut. I have Tony Vacca here. He's going to play some do I call them tunes or songs?
Original compositions.
Original compositions taken from his jazz background and also his African experiences, where he's kind of fusing a little bit of these sounds together, all right, to a global sound, if I might call it that.
Go ahead.
And by the way, Jean Butler, I want to thank you for being on the show tonight. She's sitting over there in the corner. And by the way, right below me is her website, and she's looking for the donations as well. And if you think about donations, don't just think about cash. I know we don't have a lot of cash sometimes, but think about the things that they can use over in these villages that we no longer need here, such as old soccer uniforms. If you're a sports team, an intramural team that's going to throw it away and upgrade, we could use those things. The kids over there would love that. So basketball uniforms, soccer uniforms, doesn't have to be cash all the time, things that we can then literally cycle over there, and that would be great. So I'm going to let Tony go play and just take the show right off. You've been watching Debut. We want to thank you for being here, and I'm going to turn the stage over to Tony Vacca. I'm Bob Giolotti, and we'll see you real soon. Tony, take it away.
Thanks, Bob. know if you're like me, sometimes we get knocked down. Sometimes we face challenges that we never anticipated. Life is like that. The question is, do we have one more get up? Then we are faced with knockdowns. Do we have that? I see us sometimes. We look through our miracle atmosphere into the blue, blue beyond all we know, and we call for help. I've heard it. I've seen it. I've done it. But I got a question. When we call for help, what if we are all there is? What if we are the help we call so desperately for? Now, this might seem unsettling, but I like it. I like the idea that when I'm in trouble, I call on you. I like the idea that if you're in trouble, you can call on me. I like that idea. I'll take my chances with my fellow human beings. I'll take my chances. But if it's true that we are all there is, then I'm thinking we had better be all we need. If we are all there is, we had better be all we need. And if all this is true, well then what that means, when we show up and we are called on, what it means is that there are angels among us. They're in our dreams, they're the guardians of our lives, though it sometimes seems we walk through this world lost and alone, but they guide our actions and they bless our homes. There are angels among us. There are angels among us, wise and true, flawed and generous. They're me and you. They have courage and vision. They suffer derision. They get back up when they fall and often answer the call of love. Still 1,000 tears of loss and sorrow can become a river of hope for something better tomorrow. Broken lives, promises broken, ugly words better left unspoken. The pains and suffering of bigotry and hate, these can all be transformed. It ain't too late for the angels among us to rise above our petty flaws and cast a spell of love on our wondrous family of woman and man. Ain't there angels among us who believe we can be the angels among us? There are angels among us on long journeys home. They sustain and encourage us. We ain't alone in this world of wonders known and unknown. I have seen and I have been shown the angels among us. Still, my tears fall hard on loneliness and pain, on the mistakes I've made again and again, on our family of man when we go so wrong, when we choose so badly. Just play along. Thinking God's on our side, there ain't no side at all. When we ignore love's embrace or don't answer love's call or the call of our visions for all we can be. When we close our minds and refuse to see, when I fall prey to not praying at all. When I fall from grace or drop the ball. When I close my heart or close the door on what could be or how there could have been. More love, more courage, more wisdom and soul, more taking what's broken and making it whole. More love, more courage, more wisdom and soul, more taking what's broken and making it whole. In this wondrous family of woman and man, ain't there angels among us who believe we can be the angels among us? There are angels among us to cradle our souls. They heal the brokenhearted and make the wounded whole. They open our eyes and guide us towards the light. They illuminate our minds in the vast eternal night. They embrace the fallen and call them home. They dance to the music. They dig our poems. They flame the fires of desire and love. They want to take us higher. They want to take us higher. Yeah. So we rise above our petty flaws and cast a spell of love on our wondrous family of woman and man. Tell me, ain't there angels among us who believe we can be the angels among us? So what about when cities crumble from the disgrace of war? When we forget or abandon what we're here for? When we abuse the miracle of being alive or refuse to help those who need help to survive? When we judge too quickly or just don't think? When we drive ourselves to drugs and drink? When we don't live up to the love we all need? When we don't let love's fire or plant the seed of love for the next generation? Then our tears fall hard on loneliness and pain, on the mistakes we've made again and again, on our family of man when we go so wrong, when we choose so badly, or just play along. There there are angels among us, and they cradle our souls. They heal the brokenhearted and make the wounded whole. They open our eyes and guide us towards the light. They illuminate our minds in the vast eternal night. They embrace the fallen. They call them home. They dance to the music, digging our poems. They flame the fires of desire and love. I know they want to take us higher. So we rise above our petty flaws and cast a spell of love on our wondrous family of woman and man. Tell me, ain't there angels among us who believe we can bring more love, more courage, more wisdom and soul? More taken was broken and making it whole. Bring love, courage, wisdom and soul. More taken was broken and making it whole. In this wondrous family of woman and man, ain't there angels among us who believe we can be the angels among us? Be the angels among us. Be the angels among us. Be the angels among us.